Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe vom SI Talk. Jetzt bei mir sitzt Eran Friedlander. Er ist CEO und President bei DuSolo. DuSolo habe ich Ihnen vor gut 3 Wochen schon mal vorgestellt. Das ist das Projekt in Brasilien, das direkt an die Bauern ihr Produkt eigentlich verkauft. Ganz spannende Story. Ja, und deswegen freut es mich umso mehr, dass Eran Zeit gehabt hat, mich zu treffen. Es war ein Meeting in letzter Minute, weil es, ich habe da andere Story. So, Eran, thank you to have time for me. You have a very interesting company and make a small, we put it on the watch list, I would say in this way. And that's very interesting that you're close to production and you don't sell your product to you don't must ship it, you sell it directly to farmers and so on. So, and maybe, but you can give us before a small description of your project.
Yes. I think that we are now at a very interesting point in the company's life cycle as we are moving from being a mining company into becoming a fertilizer company. Mm-hmm. In the sense that we have discovered a very valuable deposit in the center of where all agriculture development is happening mm-hmm. now in Brazil. The deposit is a phosphate deposit, mm-hmm. and we can take it into production in a very easy and cost-effective manner.
What's mean cost-effective? How much money you need for CAPEX?
Well, our estimate initially for the first 100,000 tons of production capacity was around $2.5 million.
Okay.
However, we found an alternative which was even cheaper than that. We basically leased an existing facility and did some upgrades, mm-hmm. so the total cost for us was less than $500,000.
So, and when you can start it, you have all permitting in place, or?
We are missing at the moment just one permit.
Okay.
We expect the permit to be released in the next few days.
Okay.
We intend to start production effective immediately. We already made all the plans in terms of leasing the heavy equipment, hiring people in order to start the operation, and we are already running the facility because we have some mm-hmm. Material within the facility's gates that we could start processing.
How I can understand how you sell your product? How this work? Do you marketing this directly to the farmers, and what is the advantage? Why should the farmer buy your product against to other product?
Because we're basically in the business of moving a bulk product over mm-hmm. very long distances. Mm-hmm. Most of the phosphate deposits in the world are located in Africa and the Middle East, mm-hmm. which means that they are located very far away from mm-hmm. Brazil and require a lot of logistics and transportation mm-hmm. in order to arrive at the mm-hmm. at the farmer's gate mm-hmm. In the center of Brazil, the Cerrado mm-hmm. region where we are located. Therefore, the fact that we found a phosphate deposit that includes a substantial portion of high grade in the center of this very important agriculture region, in fact the largest agriculture region in the world, gives us a huge advantage, price-wise, logistics-wise, and transportation-wise. We are able actually to meet our clients' requirements in a very short period of time. Mm-hmm. And the way this business operates is that they come to our facility, they load their trucks with the material, and then just mm-hmm. go and spread it out on their fields. Mm-hmm. It's a very simple business.
And what is the price advantage? What you have against this other companies that sell the product and must ship it from overseas?
Well, our immediate market is the market that is found within the vicinity of the project area. Mm-hmm. By that I mean 500 to 600 kilometers mm-hmm. range around mm-hmm. our project area. We estimate the market there to be the size of the market there to be 1.2 million tons mm-hmm. a year. for this product and for its alternatives. The alternative is phosphate rock that is imported from places like Algeria, Morocco, Israel, and Peru. Price-wise, we are pricing our material more or less at half the price of the alternative. So we believe that this fact alone will enable us to capture a very large a percentage of the existing marketplace within a very short period of time.
What are the plans? How much you will produce?
Initially, we are planning to produce within the limits of the facility that we have leased. The capacity of that facility is about 100,000 tons per year, and that's the immediate plan. However, our plans are to expand very quickly. So next year already, we are planning to implement some upgrades to the facility so that we are able to produce about 160,000 tons, which is what which is our marketing or our sales target for next year. And the following year, we are already talking about around 250,000 tons.
So that's mean from this 1.2 million market in general, you get a share stake of 10-15% in the beginning? In the beginning.
The idea would be within 3 years to capture 30% of the marketplace, so around 300 to 400,000 tons.
Okay, and you say you sell it at half of the price that was the alternative products. But what does this mean in dollars? What I can say 1 ton cost?
Well, it all depends on the grade because we have different grades. But I would say the average price is around $100 per ton.
So this means when you do 100,000 tons, that's mean a revenue of
$10 million.
$10 million. And what you cost the production? What is the cash flow? What do you expect?
Well, the cost of production is significantly low because basically we're talking here about high-grade mineralization at surface. All we have to do is scoop the material with heavy equipment, ship it to the facility where we do the processing. The processing is a simple crushing and screening operation.
Okay.
And as I mentioned before, the farmers come to the factory gate and pick up the crushed material. So we are talking about very high profit margins, above 50%.
Okay, then bring me this to a point. What is the actual share structure? How many shares you have outstanding? We
currently have about 105 million shares outstanding.
Okay.
We just finalized a financing. We raised $6 million. At 27 cents, no warrants, all coming from 2 large investment funds in the UK. One is already a big shareholder in the company, they own 10%, and the other is a new shareholder. After the financing, they hold 15% of the company.
Okay.
And that would translate to 125 million shares after the financing.
How much has the management team?
Myself and directors and the rest of the management team owns almost 18% of the company.
Okay, Eran, thank you for this first introduction to your company. I find it's really interesting to this total different story what we have here. Thank you for this update, and hopefully we can sit down next time in January. Then hopefully it's also stressful to organize everything, and hopefully then you can tell us that the first tons are shipped.
I would be able to tell you that, I think, by the end of next month.
Okay, great. Ja, das war ein erstes Interview. Ich meine, eine tolle Company. Das ist ein Düngermittelhersteller, das ist natürlich ganz was anderes, als wir sonst eigentlich hier in Vancouver sehen. Aber alleine, dass es eben relativ schnell in Produktion geht, dass die CAPEX-Kosten extrem niedrig sind, und man darf eigentlich nicht vergessen, sie sind vom Produkt her Hälfte, also halb so teuer wie die Konkurrenz. Sie beliefern nur das Umfeld, rund 500-600 Kilometer rund um die Produktionsanlage. Die Margins sind extrem hoch dabei. weil eben das Produkt, Konkurrenzprodukt aus Übersee kommt und von daher sparen Sie sich das Ganze eigentlich zu die ganzen Logistikkosten. Und man darf auch nicht vergessen, der Markt rundherum in diesem Bereich, wo Sie eher ein Einzugsgebiet sehen, ist 1,2 Millionen Tonnen groß. Sie werden am Beginn nur 100.000 und nächstes Jahr 160.000 Tonnen machen. Das heißt, da ist schon einiges Platz noch. Also gefällt mir extrem gut, die Company. Haben jetzt auch die Finanzierung gemacht. Es ist auch, wenn man sich jetzt das Ganze zusammenrechnet, in guten Händen. Also der Free Float ist nicht so hoch und von daher ist das eine ganz spannende Sache. Also schauen Sie nur auf die Company, setzen Sie es auf die Watchlist und wenn der Kurs passt, kaufen Sie zu. Danke, tschüss.
Danke.